And we're back, guys. I'm your host, Good Energy. Welcome to Tennis After Dark. We're going to get right into it, guys. Aryna Sabalenka, Aryna Sabalenka, Aryna up to her normal antics. Very shady handshake at the net. Now, a lot of feedback, a lot of criticism from the tennis community. I'm not really shocked at the exchange at the net because let's just be honest. Aryna Sabalenka has the shadiest handshakes without a doubt. What do you guys think? Comment below. I don't think there's a worse handshake than Aryna Sabalenka when she loses. When she wins, she's got the perfect handshake. Great sportsmanship, or should I say sportswomanship. But when Aryna loses, her handshakes are the worst. So I'm not going to blame Sabalenka for this. But what about, the disrespect in accepting the runner-up trophy? Now, should we criticize her for that? Because we remember in this same tournament, consecutive years, walked off the trophy ceremony early, attempted to break the Porsche that Iga had won after defeating her. This is her fourth loss in this tournament. It's just not meant to be for her to get this Porsche, okay? And I said if Sabalenka does not serve well, which she did not, then Aryna's probably going to win. But the reality here is this, guys. Why was Aryna Sabalenka going to the short ball so much in this match? Like, you guys are going to learn the hard way. You keep trying to test Aryna and her speed, and she continues to prove you wrong. She may look big, but I told you guys, up close and personal, she's got muscle. She's all muscle. But congratulations to Aryna Sabalenka. I want to talk Coco, guys. Yes, this wouldn't be a video without talking about the future of tennis. And from the legend himself, that's right, from the desk of Rick Macci, the tennis great. Now that's a beautiful, iconic image. That's Venus, right? Remember, guys, you guys remember the time when Venus was the star of that family. Serena was coming up in her shadow. Rick Macci really helped them get started. I mean, he helped them move from Compton, California to Florida to really get things started when Capriati was the big thing in his camp. Now, Rick Macci, guys, a tennis legend. He's coached champions to over 52 Grand Slam titles. He's coached over 300 junior national championships. He's literally one of the best coaches to ever do it, right? We all know who Rick Macci is. He's coached the likes of Sharapova. He's worked with Venus and Serena, Alicia Parks. Now, he had some great things to say, and this is refreshing when the greats step into the conversation, because we all know a time where Coco was 8-9 years old. She was hanging around Serena, doing commercials and things like that. So she's been around these greats for a long time. Her dad was Coco's dad was an amazing athlete, her mother as well. So she's been around tennis greats for a long time, and it's only fitting that she has a Hall of Fame career, and she's headed there. If Coco doesn't play another tennis match ever again today, or her last match rather, with that loss, unexpected loss, you would say, and I mean, the reality is simple. She's still a Hall of Famer, right, guys? If Coco does not play another match, she is still a Hall of Famer, right? Jasmine Paolini, an amazing tennis athlete, she's still a champion. She's still a Hall of Famer, right? One single slam, one double slam. How many players on tour have never won a slam? Now, Rick Macci had some beautiful things to say. Beautiful image there with Venus Williams. I just love looking at these old flashback images of these guys here. Unbelievable. The Serena and Venus, such icons. But Rick Macci had some great things to say. He said, listen, guys, when you lose, everyone freaks out and they want to talk about your struggle. But if you're winning, everyone wants to snuggle. Rick Macci will go on to say, look, he knows her game inside out. He knows what's inside of this champion. And she has genetic qualities that are better than literally anyone. And I've said this for years. Coco's genes are once in a lifetime. She's a once in a lifetime generational talent. And he said, look, there's a fine line between winning and losing. He says this Delray track star will get back on track and the track down mini slams in the future. I think that was beautifully said. This Delray track star will get back on track and track down mini slams in the future. Everyone needs to take a deep breath, as Coco will be fine. She's 21. She will go up and down for a while, but will 100% go to another level and more in the future. Not tomorrow if you call balls and strikes daily. Before the sunshine, rainbow, there is rain and thunder. So just paraphrasing for the most part, but he's calling it like it is, guys. Look, tennis is the type of sport. It's going to be up and downs. You play so many matches. You're not going to win every match. You're not going to win every tournament. But her accomplishments so far are just amazing, right? Just iconic. Again, just got to remind you guys, no other teenager on tour has had the career Coco had as a teenager. That's right, up to 19 years old. Not even Iga, no one. Iga didn't make 2 slam finals as a teenager. Coco did. But listen, guys, again, the most Master 1000 wins as a teenager. Coco had the best teenage career on tour. And again, she's a businesswoman, a lot of philanthropy. She has a lot going on. We all agreed last year she should stop playing doubles, but I think she should go back to playing doubles. She's had literally 50 days between the last two and a half months, literally 2 months. She's had 50 days of inactivity where she did not play any matches. So I want to see her go back, because I mean, overall, I feel if she can keep her form and her rhythm, then like Rick Macy said, and what I've been saying for so long, her athletic ability is just better than a lot of other players. Now, a lot of fans and subscribers are asking, how come Coco's not more aggressive? I mean, for the most strong weapon that we all feel, the consensus, a lot of the professionals, even Aryna Sabalenka, feel she has the best weapon on tour, and that's going to be her backhand. And but it takes time to set up the backhand. You have a lot of opponents that really try to pressure her forehand. I do think on clay, we're going to see her win one of these titles, because I think on the match with Jasmine, don't look into that too much, because she just looked sluggish. But early on in that match, if you watched that match, you saw Jasmine was no match for her forehand or her backhand. Jasmine, I felt, did the only thing she could do, and that was just try to speed up Coco, play faster, and it just turned out Coco was sluggish. It happens. You have matches where you just feel tired, where your body just doesn't respond, and she hasn't played in 50 days. The last couple months, she literally had 50 days off without any matches. Her game reactions, her instinct, it just wasn't there. So she has to play matches to get that back. So that's why I think she should play doubles. But nonetheless, again, I wouldn't look into that match. I think she'll be fine. And again, to just touch your point again that a lot of you are bringing up, how come she's not more aggressive with winners? Listen, guys, she hasn't played a lot of matches. You saw in Saudi Arabia, the United Cup, how aggressive she was with winners. That takes form. If you're not playing game speed and game matches, practice is different. When you're not having actual matches, she's had a lot of time off. You have to construct the points. You have to have that feeling for striking the ball. You have to make sure your strike zone is on point and everything. You have to build that up. It takes rhythm, and she hasn't played a lot of matches, so that's why she's not as aggressive. If you are, doesn't matter what sport you are, if you are a hitter, a lot of times with baseball, you need to figure out the pitcher. You need to figure out where the pitcher's going for it before you start to get really aggressive. With basketball, if you're not warmed up, you're not just going to come out taking long, deep, you're not just going to come out taking long 3-point shots or just shots that don't make sense. You want to find a rhythm, play yourself into the game, whether that's getting a couple easy buckets, layups, mid-range shots, getting yourself to the free throw line. Especially when you're not having a good game, you want to get free buckets and get to the free throw line so you can get shots up. You can find a rhythm, right? This is why no matter what sport you play in, you warm up. You want to get a feeling for the game. You want to break a sweat, get loose. Tennis is a little different. You have to adjust to what your opponent's doing. But if you're not playing matches, if you don't have your form, your rhythm, and your timing under you, then it takes those aggressive down the line winners. That's never been Coco's game, right? So of course, naturally, she needs to play herself into the rally, construct the point, build the point. And we all know her bread and butter is her backhand. But aside from that, Yelena is an amazing athlete, amazing tennis player, but she doesn't have the accomplishments that Coco has. She's much older, 6 years older than Coco, and their accomplishments are pretty much about the same, you know. Coco's got a 6 to get used to it, if you look at it that way. So the reality here is, I think she's always been regarded as a very intelligent player, and that's how she plays. You just have to get used to it. But guys, let's switch to Madrid. We have a new tournament to be played, and a lot of people are picking Coco to go deep. Yes. Madrid, guys. We have a Master 1000 to be played. Very historic tournament. And let's get into it, guys. Look, last tournament we were like 90-80% heading into the semifinals until Yelena got hot, took out Ekaterina, and she took out Sabalenka. So let's start things off. Let me adjust that, make it a little bit clearer for you guys. Now, all right, guys, Alexandra Ayala, she's back. She's gonna be. They're actually, in case you haven't heard, so we have the Iga Ayala showdown. That's right, guys. Alexandra Ayala from the Philippines. That's going to be an amazing matchup. It's going to be a blockbuster, the rematch, and I'm sure Iga's probably going to win that in straight sets, but stay tuned for that. That's going to be amazing. So, quick picks. Let's go. I like Anna Blinkova to get the win. I like Samnez to advance. I like Sarah Balek to defeat Rebecca Masarova, and I'm going to take Christina Buxa to take out Francesca Jones. I hope Francesca is healthy, but she's had some serious health scares. I personally think she should not be playing right now. I like Buxa, the Spanish player, the baseliner, to get the win there. Now, moving on, we have Yana Fett. She's in good form, good shape. I'm going to take Yana Fett to win that match. We're going to take Stefani to advance. We're going to take Bernarda Pera over Carly. That's going to be a tough match, though. I think Carly has the strength and speed, especially the short balls, to give Pera some problems. But Pera's a 2-time main tour clay champion. I think she'll get the win there. We're going to take Sasnovich to advance. We're going to take Elsa Jacquemont. Amazing serve. She's been playing a lot of clay tennis lately. I'm going to take her to get the win. Yedvardi and Julia Niemeyer. I like Yedvardi. I don't know if she's in her playing form where she needs to be coming back from injuries. I'm going to take Julia Niemeyer to defeat Panna Yedvardi. Again, guys, these are quick picks for entertainment purposes only. I'm not going too deep in depth on these matches, so just some quick picks. We're going to take Katie Bolter over Ekaterina Siniakova. I think she can get the win there. Going to take Osario over Emiliana Arango. That's a toss-up. I'm going to go with Lulu Sun. I think she can get the win if she's healthy. Lulu Sun, fool! But if she's not, don't be shocked if Vavara wins. Vavara should win the match, but I don't think... Diane Perry, she's a French woman. She's a good clay player. She's very explosive. I just think her serve is just, I hate her robotic serve. I think it puts her on the back foot a lot, but I think she will get the win there. And another one of my top teenage prospects, Maya Joint. I think Jill Teichmann, she's been playing a lot of clay tennis lately. She's from Switzerland by way of Spain. I think that Teichmann should defeat Maya Joint as well. We're going to save the best for last, the matchup everyone wants to talk about. I'm going to take Elena Venetian to defeat Carolyn Dolhide. I think back. So producing a little bit more content. I hope you guys like it. Like the video. Hit the super thanks. Show some love. See you guys soon.